The first one we're looking at here is Cube, 1997. There we go. Not The Cube, it's just Cube.
It's just Cube?
It's just Cube. There's 2 sequels of this movie, actually, as well. We'll see if we'll ever watch those.
Do they star any of the same people?
I have no idea. I know the second one's called Cube Square, though, which is funny.
Yeah, it's a pretty good name. I like that one.
Is the third one called Cubed, though? I don't think it is. It's some bullshit. It's like Cube, colon, like, some bullshit.
Yeah, it's like Cube Reloaded or something like that,
That's so fucking dumb.
Yeah. So the thing about Cube, guys... Why are they in cubes to begin with? What's the deal with that? Why are they there?
I don't... I feel like they left it pretty purposely ambiguous in this film.
What's the deal with that? I feel like films should never do that sort of thing. They should always give us all of the answers that we crave, Nothing should be open-ended at all.
Nico is a massive fan of midichlorians.
Yes, sir. I'm a big fan of them little fucking slugs or whatever. Are they slugs? I don't remember. They're like some like bug.
They're like microorganisms that live in everything's blood. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, our Cube.
Yeah, Cube. Does anyone have anything to say about Cube?
I don't have a ton to say about Cube, honestly.
Yeah. This movie is pretty cut and dry. I mean, it's the whole point of it is supposed to be like a moral metaphor of some bullshit, because there's the different types of people. Obviously, there's some symbolism with the retard at the end getting out, and the fucking leader sacrificing things. But yeah, it's pretty poorly executed. The fucking acting in the movie is horrible. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's real bad. I didn't expect it to be so bad.
I like how Quentin was like overacting so much more than the rest of them, though.
Yeah,
like most of them were at like a 4 or 5. He was at like an 11 the entire movie. He was going out of his mind.
It doesn't like fit at all, too. Like, it would have been better if he was also just at a 4, because it just seems really out of place. But yeah,
I thought the gore effects were pretty good.
Some of them were good.
You're right. Some of the Wren or whatever the fuck his name was, him getting his face melted off. That looked really good. Mm. The guy who in the intro of the movie got cubed, that was rough.
Yeah,
that was rough looking.
That was the moneymaker, though. That was the shot that was supposed to get ass in the seats, man.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of getting asses in the seats, how about that main girl, dude? Whoo-wee.
She's a child, man. I don't know
she's
not. I'm pretty sure they're all adults, probably.
Yeah, probably.
At what point during Guapish at the movies are we going to start ranking the main women leads? Do a tier list.
I mean, we can literally start whenever we want.
I'll have to add this to the website.
I don't know if this is the woman I want to start with, though, to be honest.
I mean, we'd start with, like, all of them. We'd, like, retroactively begin, you know?
Oh, God. Okay.
Like, it's not like we're, like, starting off here and then we're, like, ignoring all the past ones. We're not gonna do that, Dan.
What if that's something we do for Guapish 100? We retroactively create the woman co-star tier list or whatever the fuck.
Maybe it'll be for the Guapish 5-year special. I feel like that'd be a bit better.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's 3 years in the future, and we're not going to remember that.
Well, I'm talking about Guapish as, like, the channel, not like the...
Oh.
Yeah, not like the fucking...
Is that this upcoming...
month?
I mean, is that in a month?
It's like in a few weeks or something.
Okay.
Yeah, then, it's after episode 100. They almost lined up, but not quite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought one thing that stood out to me and the group of friends that were watching the movie was, like, the camera shake on this entire film is very distracting.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like camera shake, it's just like it's like a guy he's constantly in motion with the camera no matter like how steady the scene is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's very distracting.
They just felt like they needed something to happen, you know? A lot of the scenes, there's not a lot going on throughout most of this movie, so they needed like something, you know?
How did you guys feel about, like, the big surprise in the movie with Quentin, like, kind of turning from seemingly, like, more of a protagonist into an antagonist?
It felt fairly expected, I'd say, overall.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it at all.
Oh, okay.
I think it seemed pretty natural, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say I expected it to happen, but I think it maybe a little sudden.
What exactly was he like? Lets Holloway just drop, and that felt kind of out of nowhere, in my opinion.
That did absolutely feel like completely out of nowhere. I could tell that like he was becoming like, you know, tensions were rising. He was definitely going to be snapping at some point.
Yeah, he's been there for a while. Like, he had beef with this chick.
Dropping her felt really weird in that moment because it felt like it didn't. There wasn't enough that happened to warrant him doing it yet.
Right.
I think it's more trying to say, I'm gonna put the devil's advocate here. Like obviously at that point, the fucking mentally handicapped guy has been annoying them for quite some time, specifically Quentin, the retard, if you will, because and like obviously we're not shown all of this. There's a lot of like time cuts, and the big defender of that guy is whatever her name is, Ellen. She's been defending him this entire time. He thinks that. You know, the retard is... What the fuck is that guy's name? I already forgot. Do we ever even know his name?
No, it was something weird. It was like Wizard, or it was Kazaz?
Oh, yeah,
It was like Kazaz or Kazam or something like that.
Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But he thought that he was just going to get them killed most of the time. He was really annoying, he was bringing down the morale, and she was trying to keep him along, and he was completely opposed to that. So I think he was just trying to get rid of her so that he had an excuse to get rid of him. Is what happened. So I think it's honestly pretty natural, to be completely honest. I don't really have a problem with that. I think him going crazy with the chick at the end and getting like rapey with her, that seemed kind of out of nowhere.
It's that was 100% expected to me personally. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, honestly.
I mean, he just seemed like he turned, like, I guess maybe it's like he snapped because he killed a person and then he just went fucking crazy or something. But yeah, he got evil real quick there after that.
We're gonna be the new Adam and Eve
of the cube.
Yeah, the Adam and Eve of the cube. Whatever the fuck he said. Yeah,
that stuff.
He went crazy.
That stuff seemed pretty weird. I just thought that, like, you know, he'd go for it.
Right.
I didn't think he'd like really try and justify it with some like weird sort of way like that. You know.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I do think he was fairly like frightening as a villain, though. Like he feels like a very legitimate threat to all of them.
Yeah.
Especially since he apparently can just navigate through the rooms no problem.
Yeah, how the fuck did he find them at the end? Like, they were hauling ass for a while through those mazes. They knew how to get around them. He
just got lucky, dude.
Yeah, he just got really lucky. I think him coming back and fucking stabbing him in the back again was pretty retarded.
It was really dumb.
I don't know if I like that.
Dude, he did like a Mortal Kombat finisher on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they initially dropped him down, I was like, oh, okay, there's like no way that's how he's gonna die. But then like kept going, and at a certain point, it's like, well, I guess he's just dead. How the fuck is he supposed to get here at this point? But then he just comes back anyway.
Yeah.
I like the way he died at the end, though. I thought that was cool. Yeah, like the fucking blood splatter along the wall.
Yeah.
Tanner, what do you think of the big twist that the cubes are moving?
Was that a twist?
Yeah.
I feel like I pretty much expected that. They built it up like it was a
twist.
They did build it up like that was a twist, but I don't know. Yeah, of course they're moving.
Yeah, what else
I mean,
I
don't know if this is the first movie to do this thing. It's not. Moving labyrinths is probably a pretty old idea, right? 1997.
We already watched Labyrinth, which was a moving labyrinth in some regards.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah, well, I feel like anytime you're introduced in a movie to where like the gimmick is they're in a maze or whatever, it's like, yeah, it moves.
Yeah, like when you're like the moment we heard like all the fucking moving, I was like, oh, okay, the cubes are fucking moving around.
Yeah, the cubes are
like,
moving.
I guess it could just be like traps being set off by other people. Like that could have been like neat, I guess, but no, it was obviously them moving around.
Do you think there were other people in the cube with them at that time?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with I don't think so.
So.
I think it'd be interesting if there was, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the whole point of it is that they hand-selected all of these people to kind of run like some social experiment on them, like a really fucked up social experiment. Because obviously they hand-picked these people to be able to work together, right? They had Helen, who was supposed to be the maintainer of the fucking retarded guy. Retarded guy was supposed to be able to do the hard math. They had the fucking quant chick to like even figure out that this was supposed to be something in general. They had Quentin to be kind of like the wrangler of all of them. I don't know why they had the other guy. I guess just to be like a lore bomb.
Yeah.
But like they all had a very specific role for getting out of the cube. And I think the whole point was to see how these people in these roles navigate through it. So I can't imagine there'd be other people in it. I think it's more like they have this specific scenario, and then they go and like run another experiment. And I guess the Ren or whatever is there just to like help them out early on through it, to be cautious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think their roles are all pretty defined. I don't know if they'd have more groups in there.
Do you guys buy into the sort of conclusion the movie sort of put forth for why the cube exists, where it's just like, I guess the thing they kind of pitch was like, like bureaucracy in society is like a perpetual motion machine, and things just kind of happen, and it doesn't matter how it started or where it's going. It just has to keep happening.
Yeah, that sounds about right for what they're trying to be. I mean, the cube's obviously a metaphor for something, society or what have you.
Society.
There's definitely some metaphorical bullshit going on here. I think that's pretty obvious. I don't think it's executed very well. I like the idea of this movie. I like where they're going with it, but the cinematography was rough. The acting is pretty low budget. Really hampers the experience a lot for me.
Yeah, one of the parts of the film that just like really fucking dragged for me, and that was just really scratching my head at, was when the fucking designer dude was like talking to fucking Quentin or whatever about the cube. And I don't even remember what the fuck he was going on about. He's just like, yeah, it's all pointless because like fucking the cube is like society or some bullshit. And I was like, doesn't really have anything to do with at all what's going on right now. Why are you talking about this?
Nothing else to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. I guess so. He was just laying on the ground, so defeated, man. He was so defeated.
It's kind of weird they were able to get as far as they did, going based off the prime number rule that later turned out to not actually be true.
True. I think they're just getting lucky, is what they're trying to describe there. Is that they're just getting lucky. I guess how far did they actually get, even?
I think they went through several hundred rooms, probably.
Several hundred? I don't know about several hundred.
Yeah, I don't know about that
Why
either.
Not that many?
I was thinking
That's a lot of rooms.
I was thinking like 10, 15. I mean, it takes a while to get through those rooms, man.
I was thinking more along the lines of like 50 or so. Yeah. Several hundred, though.
I think in the lore of the movie, they went through several hundred. I don't think we were shown them going through several hundred, obviously.
Yeah. I think a big thing about it, too, is that a lot of the rooms just aren't trapped, is another thing. Yeah. So they can get through a lot of them by just being lucky because, just the vast majority of them aren't trapped.
Are you thinking the vast majority are not trapped?
I would assume as much.
I would also assume that.
Because we barely saw trap rooms. Like, the vast majority of what they're going through were, like, just boring regular rooms, and that happened quite a lot where there's going through and seeing back-to-back ones. Like, I feel like it's like a 1 to 5, if not a higher ratio.
I guess, but they did learn pretty early on how to avoid traps.
True. I don't know. I'm trying to play the devil's advocate here for this. I definitely feel like they probably should have got ganked by some trap room earlier on with the prime number bullshit anyways, but I'm just trying to come up with like logical solutions for why that could be happening.
Right. Okay. I don't know. Do we have anything else to say about this movie?
Not really.
It feels like a pretty straightforward film. Like, you see it and that's what it is,
Yeah, that's the cube.
It's a bunch of people trapped in a cube and it's called Cube.
Yep. What could Cube 2 potentially be? Trapped in a bigger cube.
Anyway, fucking Nico, give us a rating.
Okay, let's go with let's go D+.
D+?
Yeah, D+.
What the fuck? There's no way, but anyway. Jackson, how about you?
Oh gosh, man, this one's hard to rank.
D+ is way too low.
I also think D+ is way too low. I thought it was entertaining throughout most of it, to be completely honest. I don't think I was necessarily bored for most of it. I guess I'm probably just gonna go like C+. I think it was pretty. I think a lot of the production issues hampered it a lot for me, but I still think it was entertaining. I like the idea.
I mean, I was very entertained throughout it. I thought, you know, given the limitations they put on themselves, such as, you know, being in a cube, I thought they pulled it off pretty well. I thought, you know, I guess the acting was bad, but I thought it was bad in a funny way, at least. And maybe watching this with a group of people where we're quipping on it made, you know, it better for me. But anyway, I'm gonna give it an A.
An A, there we go, damn.
Yeah.
There's
Insane.
no fucking way this movie's an A tier, Tanner. What are you on about right now, dude?
I don't know. I liked it, and that's what came to mind for me.
It's his own damn rankings, Nico. Shut your pie
Nothing
hole.
you said conveys that you liked the movie.
I thought it was
This
entertaining.
is like a fucking Dylan answer right now, dude.
No.
I hated this movie. It
Listen,
was
I
shit,
thought-
acting was terrible, awful cinematography. The point of the movie didn't even really make sense at all. But, you know, it was an A tier, I'd say.
Listen, I can see what you're saying. I guess I should have played up the things I did. Like I said, the acting, I thought... I can see where you're saying it's bad, but I thought it was entertaining at least. I thought the basic shtick of it was cool. I like seeing their little adventure. I thought the guy being a villain and that whole thing, that was like intense and entertaining. You know, I rolled around the floor in laughter every time Kazam said trap. I don't know. I thought it was an entertaining movie, okay?
Dude, you're just a big Sinbad fan, and it's really starting to get on my nerves
Was
here.
Sinbad in this movie?
Yeah, he's the main character.
No, he's not. You're being racist right now.
That's not racist at all.
I literally looked up the guy's name while I was watching it. It's not Sinbad.
You looked it up because you thought it was Sinbad.
No, I didn't. I haven't thought about Sinbad in years.
I've been rewatching Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and the episode with him recently came on, so he was on the noggin for me.
Uh-huh. Did you actually think he was Sinbad, or
No.
are you fucking with us right now? Okay, you better be.
I was trying to fool
and then-
you.
Uh-huh, sure. And then Dylan gave it a C-. Where's that put us?
Where does that put us? Let me check. We are looking at a C+.
Sounds like a solid rating to me.